David Forlu, beloved of Yahweh, is a husband, father, worship leader, singer, songwriter, and pianist known for his graceful piano touch and soulful baritone voice. With a heart of excellence and skillful musicianship, he has led countless into the presence of God through worship, songwriting, and spontaneous moments of praise. At the center of David's music is Christ Jesus and the Holy Scriptures. For over a decade, he has immersed himself in the Word to know it, sing it, and play it with a passion to reveal Christ in his suffering, power, and resurrection. David's intimate soaking worship series on YouTube has reached millions globally, gaining hundreds of thousands of subscribers. These sessions are known for their peaceful, soul-stirring sound designed to help listeners meditate on God's Word and encounter His presence. Rooted in Psalms 24 verse 7 and Psalm 78 verse 72, David continues to inspire through music, media, and ministry, shepherding hearts worldwide with skillful hands and a devoted heart. Welcome to Let's Talk Beyond the Pulpit, David Forlu. I was contemplating if I want to make this a mock interview or an actual interview because
I'm a guinea pig.
No, I don't know. There's this guy from Nigeria. He does his interviews like that. I think it's very, very funny. It's hilarious. We often wonder like how he got the superstars to come to his show, what he told them, because he doesn't smile. He just he keeps a straight face and he does the most hilarious interviews. He's like, right here with me, I have a supposed legend, someone who thinks he's all that. And they just literally jab at each other and like, it's very funny. So I was like, maybe I should shock you and be like, so what's up?
You should have just did it. I'm like, that doesn't make it even funny. You should have just did it. Shoot, I'll just go along with it.
I think it would be funny to do that because we do have that kind of relationship where we're like, Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk Beyond the Pulpit.
Hey.
Today, I have the one and only, the two and only, the three and only.
You can just call me your eldest brother.
In whose universe?
Listen, everybody know that even though you came first, there's still components of me that, you can recognize in the midst of reality and the introspective of everything that goes on, because when things are done, things that need to be done get done. And so with that being said, it's recognizable for the reality of me being older than you to
introspect,
to be a reality.
That's deep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, matter of fact, let me take over this interview.
Go ahead.
I am David Forlu, your co-host, your new co-host of Behind the Pulpit.
You don't even know the full name.
Let's Talk Behind the Pulpit.
Okay.
I know the full name. I'm the co-host.
Yes.
I said I was going to be the co-host.
Yeah.
For right now, because it seems like
I think Zendaya disagrees because she just screamed outside.
The elderly have to.
She's screaming again. Zendaya disagrees.
Now she's talking about my daughter. Like, okay. So, anyways, welcome to Let's Talk Behind the Pulpit. I'm your co-host, your main host, the real host, David Forlu.
Yes, Kelly.
And I have my guest with me, Graceforlu. Give it up for Graceforlu.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me on your show.
It's an honor for you to have me.
Absolutely. Yes. I'm very blessed to be here. It took me a lot to get here.
Oh, I know it did. I know it did. Yeah, you want to talk about that?
Yeah. No, it took me a lot to get here. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're
it's such
very
an
welcome.
honor to be the first African guest on your show.
Hey, somebody's got to do it. So you're welcome.
Yeah.
You should be proud.
So what's your first question?
My first question is, what are you going to ask me?
Dog farms? Okay. Mommy's going to watch that and she's going to be like, how can you call my son a dog fowl on camera?
Hey.
But no, it's okay. It's okay. It's
Okay.
many years of retaliation.
Yep.
So behold, my elder brother.
For those who don't understand, I'm younger.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. There are people that actually refer to me as the last born. They say because I stayed with mom and dad the longest.
And you're the only girl.
But that does not mean I'm...
No, but there's this factor that is with family. So you're the only girl. You're the first girl. You're the last girl.
Well, that ain't nobody ever said it like that.
Yeah, but
if you're an only girl, you don't have to mention that you're the first girl and the last girl.
No, I'm saying there's different components and how you or that type of thing may be, or how you may think, or how you may do specific things. You can do specific things as a firstborn because you're the first girl. You can do specific things as a lastborn because you're the lastborn. You can do specific things.
I'm not the lastborn.
Last girl. You can do specific things as the only girl.
Somebody's going to watch it and say, hear how she argued about that. That's lastborn spirit.
You can do specific things as an only child because you're the only girl. So there's these three components. For me being the last born, there's this component of you're 7 years older than me. There's this component of, okay, I can feel like an only child. There's specific components of that because of the age gap. That doesn't necessarily mean it's fully true, but there's just a component. Another component, I can feel like the firstborn.
How?
Because of the age gap. Our eldest brother is...
He's the same 7 years old as you. Pastor Guy is 7 years older than you, and I'm 7 years older than you. Did you know that?
God have mercy upon us.
I need you to repeat what you just said. We continue this. No, we keeping all of this. We keeping all of this. This is what the people want to see.
I meant to say.
She said. That's why I told her to repeat.
Wait. That was a slip of the tongue. My math was not mathing. I meant to say Pastor Guy is 7 years older than me.
Yep.
He's 7 years older than me, and I'm 7 years older than you.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I'm glad you clarified that because it was. Yeah.
That was a dogfall moment right there.
And you said it, not me. Anyways.
And I said it with all confidence.
Yo, she was bad. She put her whole 10 toes down on that one. Anyway, so that's that component of like, all right, bet. Me being lastborn, I can have that component of firstborn, only child, and lastborn as well, just because of the age gap.
That's interesting. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there's studies to it. It's interesting.
Oh, wow. That's good. I've never come across it, but that's a good thing to learn. We learn something new every day. So, but you being a lastborn did not stop you from leaving the house early.
Yeah, I was probably the youngest to leave the house early.
Yeah, no, you were the youngest.
I was the youngest
to leave the house.
Right at 18, I said.
Wait, were you waiting for 18?
Oh no, I wasn't. I never thought I was going to leave like that, or at least that young.
I wonder how they let you go that easily, because they had a problem with me moving to the basement.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting because all I knew was I was just doing the thing where high school graduates apply for college or apply for stuff. You guys did that too. I don't know why y'all didn't leave, but I was just like, all right, let me just go ahead and try this. And then I think it's just the wisdom and sovereignty of the Lord to.
Do you think Mom and Dad let you go because it was a Christian school? Because you did go to International House of Prayer in Kansas City.
I think that definitely played a factor to it. But there was also, I was also wanting to apply to Berkeley and applying to Full Sail. So my dad and I had conversations about that as well.
You said my dad, like he and my dad too.
Oh yeah, our daddy, yes. So so we had conversations. So it felt like there was conversation because all the other schools were out of state, so there was nothing in state that we talked about. So it felt like that was just I might actually be moving out. It didn't dawn on me until the week of, or the few weeks prior to moving out, that, oh my goodness, I'm traveling across the country,
like out of state.
literally out of state,
Yeah.
into the Midwest,
I
from
came
the
across,
Northeast to the Midwest.
yeah, I came across a picture of you the other day. It was I'm going to show it. It was a throwback picture. You were on your red couch. And I was thinking, I was like, what did you go through? How did you feel? Because to me, that whole season is a blur. And I think the next few years were a blur. Like, I never really thought about it until there was a conversation that came up several years later of some of the difficulties you felt being out there, or how, trying to navigate. And I felt bad because I was like, I never really called to check on you in that specific way. Like,
She was not there.
that's not true.
She was not there. I'll be the one calling her. She will not call me.
Oh. Anyway, that's not true, by the way. It's just that I came to the realization that I never really like called in the area of saying, so, you know how when people calm their voice down and get all into your feelings, like, how are you? What's going on? Are you sure you're okay?
Right.
Like, I never did that, but I realized later that that would have been a very important thing to do, because we'll just be like, hey, Day, how are you? What's up? How's school? How's IHOP? And everything was just a wee.
No, I think that's something which we're like the product of the culture, where very surface conversations.
Yeah.
And I think most of the surface conversations is because, number one, we wouldn't know how to react to when some real deep news or
Right.
deep conversation
Right.
approaches us.
Right.
And then our go-to default is, it's okay, all is well.
It is well, yeah.
And so in that time, I mean, for context, so everyone understands, I graduate high school, and then
Eleanor
Roosevelt High School Raiders. Come on now.
Green Belt.
Eleanor Roosevelt Raiders, let's go. And then I immediately moved straight to Kansas City in August of 2013. And joined the university in Kansas City called International House of Prayer University. Only did 2 years of it, but then I later on stayed in Kansas City. And I would say, me as an 18-year-old going there, it was definitely a culture shock from the get-go. I did not understand what was going on. I didn't understand what that place was about. I did not understand. I'm 18 years old. My mindset, my thought process, I thought I'm going to a Bible school for music with some theology in it.
I like how you put that.
And it was not what I thought.
What were some of those things that shocked you? Or
Well, one, what shocked me was I'm an African. It's so deep. I'm an African who is insecure about his culture because of his past history with being bullied, and then still very like low self-esteem, insecure, trying to figure out life, trying to figure out what I'm about. Yeah, I know I love music. I'm playing music. I know I want to do music and ministry or stuff like that, but what am I about? One of the defining moments, though, when I did move to Kansas City, the weekend before I started the university, there was a service that we had, and it was by a minister who, he basically said, the way to know or grow to know Jesus is to know the Father. And I don't know why that hit me, but it's like the Lord stamped in my heart, I didn't bring you here for just this, meaning just for the school or whatever. It was more of, I'm bringing you here
to get to know
the Father and his house and his heart. And that specific phrase has stuck with me even till today. So what was the dynamic like? I mean, I remember the first, because my mom came with me to help me settle down. The day she left, that night, I cried. I'm in my little apartment, and I'm just like, I'm alone. I'm 18 years old. I'm alone.
I know mom felt it too.
Oh,
Mom felt
yeah,
it for
mommy
a
definitely
long
felt
time.
it. I know she
felt
felt
it
it
for a
because
long time.
I saw her when she was dropping me off,
Oh,
and I could see it in her eyes. But she had like at
peace.
the same time, yeah, peace, but also
Mm,
sadness.
right.
But the
Like my
peace was
little
like
boy.
the Lord is with him, right?
Right.
But there was definitely sad, and I saw it in her eyes, and she saw it in my eyes, where it's like, what's going on? Like this is really different.
She literally moved with you, like
Yeah,
came, made sure you
stayed for
had
about a
a
week,
couch, made sure
bought
you had
everything we
things,
need. Yeah,
food, rice that you kept till Zendaya was born, I suppose. Because when I came back again to visit, this man had not cooked that rice.
hold
Same
on.
rice that was bought in
Listen,
2013.
there's some perishable foods and there's some unperishable
That
foods.
just because
Okay,
it's unperishable doesn't
listen,
mean that
it ain't like I've
it's
not eaten rice for the
eternity.
past 11 years. I've had rice. I've had rice.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Is that rice still there?
I probably ate it. I don't know. Anyway, so let me go back to my story.
Mm-hmm. When she
So
was
this is David
leaving.
Forlu, your co-host of Let's Talk Behind the Pulpit.
We are back at the introduction.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyways, so but I cried that night. And I made sure that was the only night I cried. Was that smart? Probably not. That sounds tough, but no, I probably should have cried more nights.
Wait, before you cried or during the time you were crying?
During the time I was crying.
Wow.
During and after, I was like, all right, this is the only time I'm going to cry. But what I was crying was, I'm alone. Oh. And okay, now this is real life. And a lot of people have experienced this even before the age of 18. And it's always a new thing. It's always just like a reality check. So I had that reality check. Man. I don't know if I truly at that moment mourned and grieved the old season. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I said, okay, this is the only time I'm going to cry. But did I really take the time to mourn the old season and let it all go? I think that took so much more years without me even knowing. So that's why I said, yeah, it sounds tough to say, yeah, I cried. And that was the only time I told myself I'm going to cry. I probably should have cried a little bit more.
Man, that's interesting.
I should have let go of all those things, let go of my past abuses, let go of my past experiences that shaped my thinking for not necessarily for the better, but in a place of insecurities and stuff like that. I think I should have grieved a little bit more, but I had to just, all right, what's next?
Move on.
What's next? So
I think if I were like much older, not just 7 years, but I think if I had grown into a place of maturity at the time, and then found out about your bullying in high school, I think I would have been suspended or kicked out of school a couple of times because I would have had fights. Well, I mean, they would have beaten me most likely, but I would have had fights. Because learning about your bullying like years later and realizing that all of us were bullied. Mm-hmm. Ryan was bullied. Mm-hmm. I was bullied. Like, I'm like, wait, what? You were bullied? That's crazy.
Yeah, no, that was a rough time. But it was a rough time, not even just for the physical part, the physical bullying. It was a rough time for my mind, my mindset. Me being ashamed, like I said earlier, me being ashamed of my culture, me being ashamed of myself, my skin color, my complexion, my accent. It's not like I decided to learn an American accent the American accent just came naturally because
you came when you were 7.
Yeah, I came here at a younger age. But I wanted nothing to do with my culture. And that created more anger issues and anger problems and stuff like that. And so me taking all of that into transitioning to Kansas City, I don't know if I didn't pay attention in the beginning of what I'm actually stepping into in terms of the new atmosphere, the new season. So I'm bringing the old baggage with me. without actually, and I'm 18, I don't even know how to
Right.
release.
You don't
all
even
of
know
that.
yourself
I don't know
well
myself.
enough to do
So
that. Yeah.
this is all in retrospect now. But in that moment, or in those, especially the first couple years, I was trying to be this, I was trying to be that, I was trying to talk like this, I was trying to talk like that, because now I'm in a predominantly white environment. And now I'm part of worship teams that are predominantly Christian contemporary.
And you came from an African.
And I came from an African urban background. So I'm like, okay, there's a whole lot to learn here. How to communicate, how to have conversations, how to converse, how to express. But then I didn't know any of that. So I'm just trying to be liked by everybody in a sense. But I'm not even sure if I like me.
Were you afraid that perhaps you would experience a certain level of rejection or bullying over there based on what you experienced?
Absolutely, because rejection, those who struggle, those who have been through bullying, I believe there's a great amount of rejection that they carry.
Yeah.
And so it takes the Lord to work in us to be healed from that rejection.
Right.
So I had my guard all the way up in knowing people or in being with people, classmates, worship team members, but I was unsure on how to respond to people because the culture is so different.
Right. And
then I don't even know, it's almost like I wasn't even accustomed to my own culture again because I had shunned it away for a very long time. So it just felt like a confusing.
You don't belong anywhere.
I don't belong.
Like you don't want to accept.
I'm not African enough. I'm not American enough. I'm definitely not white enough.
Right.
So, and I'm in this area. And then I associate myself with Koreans, which was a great thing because I was part of a Korean worship team, and I just see their culture. They kind of reminded me of our African culture.
Really?
There was a specific type of togetherness. There was a specific type of like camaraderie, and there was a specific type of just care that I saw in our African community and culture, where I was like, okay, I can relate to this. Right. This is something that, okay. Right. So it kind of helped me
start learning how to fit in.
Start learning how to fit in a little bit. And that's just from an emotional belonging community side. There's a whole nother story in terms of the musical side. So, yeah.
With the spirituality, do you think that they approach spirituality the same way as how us Cameroonians do?
I think it's definitely complex, definitely different, but it's not saying like anyone is better. It was more so this is an expression of how people love the Lord, and it's different from how I've known. So one thing that the Lord was helping me through and helping me to observe is that He listens to the small whispers, to the lowest of voices, and even to the loudest of voices in the same manner.
Wow.
Because He moves at the sound of our voice. He moves at the sound of our hearts, the cry of our hearts. Because sometimes when someone can't express as loud and as boisterous, or that's not their personality, and even if not, some people will say it's not your personality, but you can get out your comfort zone. But sometimes it's more of that whisper, because I forget where the verse is, where there's loud waters and blah blah blah.
But then he didn't hear the voice of the Lord in any of them.
He didn't hear, right. But it was in the whisper.
Right.
So in that type of spiritual sense, I was learning that the Lord listens and hears us in a different, expressive way. And I was also learning a lifestyle of worship being more than song, more than just singing songs on Sunday or playing or gigs, having gigs here and there, blah, 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 blah. I was learning more of like, okay, the Lord is after something. more than just our talent. He's after our hearts. So where is my heart with you? And then on top of that, I was learning how to sing the word and play the word. It's a huge difference in when, okay, yeah, you sing the word, but then you start implementing, looking at the word and playing while you're looking at the word. I feel like that brought a deeper type of intimacy with God. It was a cultivation, but it was hard. It was not easy at all. It took me years to understand what in the world I'm trying to do here, because this is what everybody did in that context of the house of prayer, the international house of prayer. Because again, context, sorry, joining the 24/7 prayer room. And I was part of a team. I was part of a Korean team, and I was also part. There was an international side, and then there was just a regular side. I was part of a Korean team. Then I was part of another team where I was singing and playing as well. So what we did was sing the word, play the word, intercede for nations, for people, for communities, for families, for all of that stuff, and also sing and play worship songs and all of that. So that was a culture shock for real. The way the prayer room is, you can be on your laptop, you can be working, you can be doing whatever and listening to the worship going on. So there's no external participation. It doesn't need to be any extra. But we are in our culture, we are used to the external participation.
There was no pressure there for you.
Well, at first, I didn't understand why there was no external participation, because again, I didn't understand the function of that place. Right. So that brought more insecurities. That brought more, oh, I'm not singing well enough, or I'm not playing well enough, or I'm not blah 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 well enough. Again, but not understanding that God sees the heart, and God listens to the softest voice and the loudest voice. Yeah. And so our culture is, a good amount of what we have experienced is an external participation. But what the Lord is also seeking, or let me say what he's more seeking, is the internal engagement. There's a difference between participation and engagement.
So would you say that your experience at iHub brought you to a full understanding of what it means to actually worship God from the heart, and not being so concerned about, oh, let me get everybody to come in? Do you think it can be a distraction to be someone that leads worship, and you have to prepare to lead everybody in the external worship, like you're saying? Would you say that iHope really, really opened you up, or that entire season?
Yeah, no, I think it definitely helped me understand that, and it helped me grow. Here's what it helped me understand. The function of a worship leader is to dance with Jesus, and then let others dance with Jesus as well.
Grace Marie says, Jehovah El Romantic, the God that takes my breath away.
Hopefully he gives it back. But that's how I see worship leading, where you're dancing with Jesus, and then you're also giving that room for the people to dance with him. And their connection with the Lord is totally different. Their dance with the Lord is totally different from my dance. But it's my responsibility to create, or to have that environment, create that environment in that space, led by the Holy Spirit. So what I observed from my years there was, okay, I see the person working on their work, doing on their laptop, someone else reading their Bible, somebody else pacing, somebody else fully engaged in worship. And I saw different expressions of how this person is dancing with Jesus. When you see, and to me, that brought more comfort to me, that, okay, so in a practical,
I love that.
Yeah. In a practical, for worship leaders, musicians, and singers watching, a practical thing, this is a side note, it's good to encourage the people to sing or to participate with you, because you're wanting them, if you're doing it from your perspective of feeding yourself because of your insecurity, then there needs to be some healing there. But if you're doing it from the perspective of, hey, I want you to open up your voice because God cares about your voice. That's why when I lead worship, this is still a side note, I'll get back to my point. But when I lead worship and I encourage the people to sing and I encourage the people to lift up their voices, it's not for my doing. It's not because I'm insecure that, oh, they're not singing while I'm leading. It's because I actually care about you to lift up your voice to the Lord because he cares about your voice. He wants to dance with you. And sometimes you just need that little push. So it's literally about, hey, you should probably sing this song or sing your song to the Lord. Open up your mouth and confess to him your love, because he wants to hear it and he's deserving of that. It's not because of the worship. If the worship leader just keeps on, come on everybody, blah blah blah, come on literally I've seen a lot of them where it's like
it's exhausting.
And he's like, why, man, just sing the song, sing the song. Sing the song. Stop telling us to just keep doing this, because then it's more like we're trying to feed. You want the people's participation to feed your ego, to feed your insecurities, or to make you feel better. And then if they do that, because there's some worship leaders who are really good at encouraging the people, and then they do it, the people are all participated up. And then the worship leaders think, oh, they did a good job. That was a great worship session. External participation does not mean, number one, we can't measure a worship session of it being good. We can't we can't measure it being good or bad. Worship is prioritizing the Lord and hailing him, right? No matter if it's the worst singer or the best musician, right? So we can't necessarily measure it at a certain point. And we don't know what's certain people, how the Lord sees their heart.
I mean, in the physical, we would like for you to be on key.
Definitely.
We would definitely like for you to have some level of excellence. But I love what you said there, especially about the prayer room, because the contrast between that and where we come from is so different. Now, I understand that a church service is different from the 24-hour prayer room, and they don't function in the same light. However, it reminds me of the fact that sometimes I will feel guilty if I'm sitting during a worship session, knowing fully well that I'm sitting, but my heart is in tune with God and I'm focused in my mind and I'm worshiping. But there's that pressure of, oh, you're also a worship minister or a worship leader, so why are you sitting down during worship or during praise? There's that pressure. So to be in that type of environment, even if it's not a prayer room, just there different settings with different culture and different churches, that we can walk in there and be 100% honest and not feel like we're being judged by someone else's look.
Yeah.
And so I love that example that you gave of you understanding that these different external expressions are the people dancing with Jesus in their own way. And it serves as a great reminder for me and an encouragement that I cannot look at people to determine how well I'm leading worship.
Yeah.
It has to come from my heart to God and understand that, hey, even if somebody is sitting down, it's nothing against you. It's nothing. They might actually be in tune. It's not for me to look at it and feel like, oh no, this session is not good, or to judge another person's session based on the audience's reaction. But I think that's a really profound. That's
you can never judge. You can never judge it based on people's reaction. And as a worship leader, you have to know that, number one, you're a son, you're a daughter of the Lord. That in itself qualifies you. And that is the only qualification. If you think you are incompetent or incapable when God has given you the gift to be able to lead worship or sing or play an instrument, and you rely on the people's opinion, that means you haven't fully, or you haven't grown to an extent of understanding and realizing the sonship, the beloved identity that God has given you. So a lot of us worship leaders, we need to understand that we are seated, yes, in heavenly places, but we have our identity in Christ, and we function through that identity, not through the opinions of man, not through the participations of the people, not through the lights and the glamour and the glitz and all of that. So, okay, how do we translate this from okay, we've talked about a prayer room setting. Let's talk about it from a every Sunday worship setting. To me, the similarity is, or the way you can approach leading worship on Sunday, no matter what the demographic may be, it's one-on-one with Jesus. Off stage determines or translates on stage. Your intimate encounter, intimate relationship with the Lord off stage, that has nothing to do with you leading worship. And what I mean by that is the Lord has taken me and is taking me on this journey of every moment holy. Every moment is holy. Do I get it right every moment? No. Do I understand it every moment? No. The intimate relationship is not just about your specific morning prayer time with the Lord or devotional time with the Lord. It's actually in the cleaning of the dishes. It's in the cleaning of the counters. It's in the cleaning of the laundry. It's in taking my baby, throwing her up, catching her. I gotta catch her, because if I don't catch her,
there was this one you threw her too high.
I caught her. Nothing happened. I caught her. It's in the it's in the playing with my daughter. It's in the conversations with friends. Every moment is holy, because why? Psalm 139. God is intricately involved and so and detailed in every area of our lives. He knows when we stand up. He knows when we sit down. He knows the thoughts that we think before it comes. He knows what we're going to say before we say it. God is so engaged in our lives. So every moment holy, having that understanding and growing in that understanding to have an intimate relationship with the Lord in every area of our lives translates on stage. So you're bringing that intimacy on stage, which then translates to the people to sing to him, to worship him, to sit and in silence and just meditate on him. Worship and praise, or worship is not about and then you don't have a chance. Like, we are responding to him. It's a response to the Lord, of who he is. And at the same time, it's a meditative opportunity to really ponder him. Like David says, gaze on your beauty. Gaze. There's the inquire, and then there's the gaze. You're just like
you're in awe.
You're just like, wow.
Yeah.
He's looking.
Just noticing every little detail you can notice.
Exactly.
It's like we behold.
Yeah.
Until
he just and that is, but me doing that in the midst of worship, even if it's like the energy of worship is so high, your name is the highest, your name, and it's like going high, and if I'm just like this, and I'm just like, I'm not sleeping,
right?
I'm just like in awe. And at the same time, I could, in another setting, I could also be like, your name, and I'm still gazing on him. So there's different expressions of that.
That's right.
So just know, leading worship on Sunday, you bring your intimate lifestyle with the Lord on stage, trusting God in the function of beloved identity, knowing that he has put you in that position. He has put that anointing on you to lead, to play, to sing. And then also not worrying about how the people view you, but actually more of how God views you. And if you know that God views you as his son, as his daughter, as his child, as beloved, then you're able to function in boldness and confidence that I can sing. And even if I mess up on stage, I am a daughter, I am a son, I am a child of God, and this is what I'm created to do. That translates. I've had so many every worship session I mess up.
You do?
I mess up.
It doesn't show.
And I don't care.
Doesn't, because it's not too obvious.
Care. Yeah, it may not be obvious to a good amount of people.
You guys are the ones that know you're messing up because you have your in-ears and you're communicating.
Yeah, but I don't. But it's okay. I know some musicians gonna be like, you must care. Hold on. Let me put it like this. I do care because I'm bringing my best
to the Lord,
to Him.
The throne.
And so it's not I don't care as in I'm just nonchalant about it and passive. It's not a passive I don't care. It's more of that will not deter me from fixing my eyes on Him.
Right.
That would not distract me and put me down to a loop, to a hole where I just keep going down that rabbit hole, and then accusations start coming. No, because a lot of worship leaders, musicians, singers go through this where one mistake
on stage.
On stage, one mishap, you've got people watching you, and the next you know, you've allowed the room
over for
the accusations to just keep piling on you, and the enemy is looking for that, and it shows sometimes.
It shows.
And I think here's what changed my life. I know I'm talking too much.
No, we're here to hear you talk. Host.
I'm the co-host, right? That's what I said.
No, you're not a co-host. You're the host.
I'm the co-host. I'm the real host. I'm the last host. I'm the main host.
Okay.
Anyways, so the moment this changed my life, where I felt like I received true breakthrough. I tell this story. Some of my friends, if they're watching, they would know this. I was leading at one point, and my band was transitioning, and one of my close friends, Chris Toffelon, he's transitioning to play bass, and so the moment I'm walking on stage, I just hear all these accusations just coming at me. It was like a fire hydrant of accusations. You're not a good musician. Your voice is weak. You're not a good worship leader. You don't know how to lead your team. You don't know how to do this. You can't do this. And it's like I had like a 100-pound weight on each side, and it was so unbearable.
Wow.
I get to the keys, I start singing and I start playing, and I'm still hearing these voices. It was like a true accusatory attack. And then my friend Chris Toffelon, who he's transitioning on bass, he's setting up his bass. He comes and he has, I believe it was either a dime or a nickel. I always can't remember which one it was. He puts the coin on the keyboard as I'm playing, and he says, "God bless your ministry," and then walks away and starts laughing. And I looked at him, because the picture or the notion of that, or the analogy of that is, like on the train station, on the subway.
Oh yeah,
right.
When
on the
someone
subway,
is doing a free,
you got somebody playing, and then they got the bucket there, and then somebody just go put, some little coins or some dollars there. And so he comes and he said, "God bless your ministry." He walks away and starts laughing. And I looked at him in the midst of worship, and I just started laughing. So we laughed together for at least a good 10 seconds, maybe less. And because I laughed, it's like the Lord literally just washed away all of that, those accusations.
There's no way Satan brings happiness. So when happiness steps into, he can't handle it.
Right. So and then the Lord said, "Don't take yourself too seriously." Musicians, singers, worship leaders, don't take yourself too seriously. You're a vessel. You're a son. You're a daughter. You're a servant. Don't take yourself too seriously.
It's about who you represent.
Because we're going to mess up. We're going to have off days.
Like when you said, make a noise for Joyce.
I didn't say that. I said make a joyful dance.
Is that what you said?
Check the tape.
Let's make a joyful dance to the Lord. I was about to say joyful noise. Let's make a joyful dance to the Lord.
Joyful dance.
Make a joyful dance.
Yes.
Make a joyful dance.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is mistakes happen. It's part of life. It's part of how we live. It's part of our humanity. Okay? But don't take yourself too seriously. Respect the office, respect the function, have reverence for the Lord in it, but also know that He is the one who gives strength and grace. It's not by our own doing.
David, there are people that I have heard who say God doesn't care about your tears. And it made me sad because I'm like, huh? Do you read the same Bible? God doesn't care about your emotions. God is not emotional.
There's a whole scripture
He does not
called
move by your
Lamentations.
emotions. And I'm just like, huh?
There's a whole book of the Bible called Lamentations.
And you say He's a loving
Read the
Father.
first few chapters of Jeremiah. And what is Jeremiah called? The weeping prophet. You know, we also have an account of Jesus weeping. It's not just a tear that comes out and it's taken in a picture like, oh, a tear came. No, He wept.
And David in the book of Psalms.
And it's all over the book of Psalms as well.
Yeah.
I always say this to worship leaders, worship teams. Tell God how you feel. Truth, which is Jesus, is the truth. Truth does not waver when you throw everything at it. Meaning, you can tell God how you feel in any way, shape, or form. The truth of who He is and Him being truth will not waver because you told Him everything you think about Him in the moment. Or you told Him, and this is controversial for a lot of us, but I've had my seasons, just to be honest, I've had my seasons, I've had my time and experiences where I've told God, you don't satisfy me. I'm not satisfied by you. What does that even mean? I try to read my Bible. I try to do all of this. But what am I doing in the midst of that? I am literally expressing to God, you're not doing it for me. This is not working for me. And I'm a pastor's child. I'm a worship leader. Blah, blah. And in my private time with the Lord, I'm saying, God, this is not it. You're not doing this for me. But that doesn't mean that He's not filled with pleasure and all of that. It's more so where I was at in my life, what I was not understanding, and where I was, and what I was exposing myself to at that time, and me actually. How can I put it? It was all me, and it was not Him. It was my fault.
It's me. It's not you.
It's not you.
It's not you. It's me.
It's not you. It's me.
Right.
But we have to be honest with ourselves and get to that place where we gotta say, okay, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. And this is how I feel like you're doing, God. And this is how I feel like what's going on.
Did y'all hear that?
That's probably the Lord saying, hold on, man.
That was strong.
That was a strong one.
That was a strong one. The whole place shook.
Oh, it's still going.
There's a thunderstorm going on outside.
But draw near to God, meaning be transparent with Him, and He'll be transparent with you. And to me, that's a deeper level of worship that we as a culture can learn.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for everything you shared.
Yes.
I'm very blessed by a lot of the things you said. I'm not going to go back to talk about it because you've already spoken about it, but it's good to talk to you, you know. You're always talking to other people, you know, sharing deep things to other people, you know, share things with us too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't work with familiarity, you know. I learn from you. Yeah. Even though you're my brother.
Why are you talking like it's awkward? Yeah.
It's not awkward, but it's because sometimes you might not believe it, but
I do believe it.
Okay, good. Then respond to my comments on your videos too.
Check the comments. Y'all go ahead, check the tape. Check the comments. I respond to you.
David, what happened when you were born?
Is my favorite song. Yeah, I saw that, right? We're not cutting that. We're not cutting that. I'm gonna make sure we don't.
I'm cold.
Am I boring you?
No,
Am I
I'm
boring
cold.
you with my?
I'm cold. Can't you
Am I-
feel the AC? You did. Well, you have. I can't tell people I'm
Anyways,
gonna
let's get back to.
But
the,
no,
let's
I started feeling the wind on my foot.
Okay.
And so you know what? You
This is
know.
Behind the Pulpit with David Forlu. This is clearly my show because I'm more comfortable in the weather here, in the temperature here.
I was gonna cut that out and just focus it on you. Then you said something because they would have never known that I. I'll figure it out.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it probably scared her.